Welcome back to the channel, guys. Mark Fernandez here with another video, and today we are going to be installing some road safe tow points. Let's get straight into it. Here you can see this is how I have orientated the washers and the bolt to go through the spacer and the hook. Now everyone's is going to look different depending on the make and model of your vehicle, but for a Navara or Frontier, for our friends over in America, that's how it looks. One thing I recommend you guys do straight away before you even open up the boxes or anything like that is you go underneath your car and you go ahead and spray some lubricant into those threads that you'll be putting those bolts into. I wasted a little bit of time because I thought I'd just be able to bolt those bolts straight in there, but no, that's not the case at all. I had to lubricate those threads to get those bolts into there, and it took a lot of time for the lubricant to actually set in, especially because it's under the car and because those threads have been exposed to the elements for so long that there was quite a bit of dust buildup in there. So it took a little while for that lubricant just to get into all those threads so the bolt could go in easily. If you're wondering what I used here, it's called Lanox, and what it does is it's water dispersant, but it's also anti-corrosive. I've actually done a video on it as well, so if you want to check that out, it is as a card at the top of your screen. Now guys, the main issue that I had in this project was that on the driver's side, the bracket here really close to my fingers, as you can see, is actually so close that I couldn't actually get the socket over the bolt to tighten it. Now what this meant was I had to actually tighten these bolts on a little bit of an angle, which was a bit tricky, but also too, it meant that it took a lot of time to be able to get this bolt on. Now, the passenger side, I didn't have any issues with, so there was a little bit more clearance on that side. And guys, you'll see that that bolt is getting in the way, and you can see how I'm having to tighten these up on an angle. If you were wondering what sort of socket I used, if you're trying to get ready for a project similar to this, I used a 3/4 socket. I didn't have the correct one in metric units, but the 3/4 actually fit it pretty much perfectly. So I was able to use that without any issues. The reason why I'm making this video, and the reason why it is such a short video as well, because one, it's a really easy install, but also two, is that I didn't really see in a lot of the other people's videos exactly the placement of the bolts, like where they go, in terms of where the threads are underneath the car. So I lit up all the bottom of the ute so you guys can see exactly where the bolts are, so you'll be able to get underneath your ute and see exactly what you're looking for. This is by far the easiest modification I've made to my ute so far. It didn't take me long at all. It took me obviously a little bit of extra time for filming and things like that, but it didn't take long at all. If you have all the right stuff, like you lubricate those threads and you have the correct sockets and stuff, it's probably no longer than a 10-minute job. And it's something that you really need. Even just doing small trips like I'll be doing, it's really important that you have a way of being able to recover your vehicle in the event of an emergency. So I'm very happy that I got those on there. I will be keeping them yellow so it's easy to see, and in case maybe someone else needs to recover the vehicle for me, they'll easily be able to find their recovery tow points. If you're curious about some of the recovery gear that I have with me at the moment, you can go ahead and check out that video. I'll leave a card to that up the top as well. And it goes through some of the recovery stuff that I have. I don't have a huge amount of stuff. I've just got the bare minimums for what I need, but I will be adding a little bit to that as I see fit. So this week's video is a really short video. I apologize for that, but we had two huge surprises. And the reason why I didn't have much time to spend on my vehicle this week was because I actually bought another one, and that took up a huge amount of my week. So I actually will be revealing that next weekend, so make sure you keep your eye out for that. I've already revealed it on my Instagram, so if you want to go and check that out, you can. But if you want to not spoil it for yourself, then you can just stick around on my YouTube and watch it next week. But I also have one more surprise, and it seems like every week I have one more surprise coming up, or one more announcement. I can't tell you what it is yet. I'm still trying to iron out the details at the moment, but it means big things for my Navara, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to take my Navara to the next level. So I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, until I'm certain that it's all locked down. But definitely keep an eye out. I'm super excited, and I can't wait to reveal what it is to you guys. As always, guys, if you have any questions about the install that I did here, just comment it and I will reply. You guys know how good I am at those replies. I'm straight on to it. So if you have any questions, just let me know. And that will do it for this week's video, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video and want to see more content. And I'll see you guys next week.